YouTube fam's Archangel's Journey. I'm Shakira. So it is Sunday, and we've wrapped up another week of training. Yesterday was a beautiful, not training, trading. Yesterday, Saturday was a beautiful day. It was outside gardening. My back is telling me that I definitely was bending around a lot. By the way, I'm realizing I like my protein powder with like unsweetened oat milk. It's pretty good. It's pretty disgusting in a smoothie though, because it's vanilla flavored. It totally messes with the whole smoothiness of it all. Anyway, so as usual, we'll do a review of the week's trades. I have created, and I'm looking for it. I've created a just using Google Calendars. Um, where did I put it? There we go. So I've created a calendar where I'm just tracking my green and red days and all that. So end of the week, very red for sure. And what's frustrating, I saw multiple good trades that I should have taken and didn't press the button, and then took trades that I didn't, well, shouldn't have taken because I guess I was doing like that mini panicking thing. So altogether, let's see, Monday and Tuesday, no trades. Wednesday was basically a break even, $8.55. Thursday was a 286 loss, and Friday 530, just being stupid. And I knew loss, and I knew because I'll show you in a sec because we'll go from Friday back to Monday, and we'll work through all the trades that I walked into, and I was like, oh, that looks beautiful. I should take that. Oh, that just looks like a sweep. Should cancel that, but didn't. But I realized something. I'll talk a little bit about the aspect of things for the just for like a minute or two here. But I've been spending way time stressing myself out, and I think he'll make his way over here. Way too much time being too hard on myself, and that's, I think, slowly paralyzing me. I've also started looking at like the day trading Reddit uh, feeds and things, and it's interesting to read what other traders are thinking and doing and all that. Kitty is slowly coming in. He wants I was just brushing his coat, so I think he wants more attention. See how the tail is like high? It's his favorite spot right there. In any case, so dealing with the psychology of taking the trade that I want to take, and then the fear of being wrong has paralyzed me from actually taking the trade that I'm supposed to. And then afterwards, I just sort of go ham and take less than stellar trades afterwards, which of course obviously end up in losses, which is completely uncool if you ask me. And I've spent a lot of time meditating and just working through my emotions, and it's an ongoing thing, but the negative momentum that I was under is slowly reducing. So I'm definitely he's walked over there. So I'm definitely slowly getting better. So, I'm gonna do my best to stop stressing about things that, don't even really matter. So I will be, so since I'm not willing to share, let's see if it'll switch the window out. It's not switching the window out. I can show you the calendar, but I'm having technical difficulties, so that's okay. In any case, the simple truth is this is not an easy job to do, day trading. The psychological aspects of it is very, very telling. And I think once I get over this hump, and I'm starting to feel like I'll be over it really soon, then it'll be very, very profitable. So there's no way in hell I'm giving up or, you know, stopping. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep funding myself. So I have a full-time job, pay the bills, let me add some more money in if I need to. But the one thing that I've learned, like the small amount of drawdown that I'm in right now, I think about close to 4,000 right now, could have been easily eclipsed this week by all of the trades I saw, but did not take. So that's what I wanted to really address is that, you know, drawdown is one thing, but not taking the trades that you're supposed to is the real killer, right? And then rushing into other trades and then panicking and stuff. So let's go through what we should have done this week. And, by doing so, focus in more on for the next week into what we will be doing. So we'll go from Friday all the way back. Like I said, I took no trades on Monday and Tuesday, but there was a beautiful trade on Monday that would have netted me a nice amount that I should have just taken. Anyway, so let's get tiny. All right, cool. So let's utilize this. I'll just use this one window. Okay. So first things first. Here is the area where I lost the 530. This took me out. And here's the silly thing, right? And something that I realized after this happened. Whenever I have a good sweep, right? Like for example, here there's a sweep below the lows, and then on the on the 30 seconds. This is actually a rather large fair value gap. So when I came in at lunch, I saw this fair value gap and I was like, oh man, that'd be a great long, right? But I just walked in and it's not after 1:45, it's like 1 o'clock, right? So I should have felt comfortable taking it because look, right back up to this this fair value gap up here that I think got formed at 9:30 in the morning. 9:30? No, sorry, that one's up here. Anyway, so another fair value gap up here that I was considering as a take profit area for this, or at least this high, this area right here, which would have been perfect, like right here. Look at it, tapped it, and then gave you something, and then beautiful. Move stop here, take that there, and that would have netted, pretty well, pretty much what I would have wanted. Look at that, beautiful. I didn't take that one, stupid. Then I was waiting for them to close bodies above this area, which they did. There was a sweep. So here's what I realized. Like, if it's going to be a good trade, they're going to come back. They're going to do one of two things. They're either going to just run or they're going to come back, tap it, and go. I should have realized, and I kind of did, because I said, oh, that's looking pretty sweepy because it swept this and didn't quite sweep that, but it took out all of this. And I was like, as it was coming back, I'm like, this looks really sweepy. But it didn't occur to me to like close it. And then they swept up and there was some slippage. So some loss there. And then I assumed this fair value gap here and then drop, but they didn't. They just kept going. So this is where the chop basically started. And I shouldn't have been taking anything else. So I got chopped up doing silly things and lost 530 after having only lost like 286 for the week on Thursday. But anyway, so that was annoying. So I'm realizing that like when I get a nice sweep, fair value gap on the 30, switch to 30 seconds, find a nice fair value gap. This here, 0.79 entry. Let's see, based off of, because there's a order block right here. So the top of the order block right there. And then my stop is about that, 37. Let's do that. Well below the low. So that should have felt good. And then, get out right up there. And right now my thing is set to 205. So it would have kicked me out right there. Just so I wouldn't, just so I'm, taking stuff in. And then like 165, I would have like put my stop here just to lock in the 800 and then let the rest run. Beautiful. The morning on Friday was a shit show, so I was very happy not to touch it. And then, got my ass handed to me. Now, if we look at this on the 5 minute, where'd it go? I mean, look at it. It didn't do anything. It's Friday. I don't usually expect a lot of movement on a Friday. So, and I usually don't do the afternoons, but it is what it is. Um, and 9:10, yeah. 9:45, 10 o'clock. There's probably something here, but they never actually drew back. Like I said, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. They're gonna like either just run and leave. And actually, let's drop to the 30 seconds because this was at 10:06. Let's go back over there. I don't think I noticed. So after all that sweep, yes, so there was a fair value gap in here. Jeez, I missed it. That little order block there. And then again, 205. Oh my goodness. For them to come in here, I would have been out real quick right here. 205. Nice. Wait for them to take this high out? Nah. So, very nice. If we look at the 15 minute, they've been dropping for a bit. Right? So they took out this low right here. So again, another scenario where I missed it. I will freely admit I didn't see that. So, but it was there. Anyway, so let's go to the daily. Yes, yes. Let's reset the charts. Okay. So let's clean that up. Okay. So let's go back one day. Okay. So Thursday, I took a 286 loss. Like the two trades didn't do well. So what should I have done? What did I see? Don't think I took any trades in the PM session. But actually, let me double check. Let me move this over here so I can see it this way and look at my, see, 314 trades. Took too many, yeah. I took too many trades and they're all in the PM session. And I just knocked myself out. Right, so let's see what happened here. It's 15 minutes, so let's see. For the AM, didn't take any AM trades. 9:45. So if it was me, I probably would have had two sets of things specced out, like 10 o'clock. So I would have been looking at that. Low to get taken for some sell side. And that one as well. Because this is internal liquidity, right? On the 15 minute, that's external in my eyes. And then in terms of buy side, this is a 15 minute high right here. So I've been waiting for that first one to get taken as internal and then up here initially. Now we have this 15 minute bearish fair value gap that they fully rebalanced and dropped from. So we'll take that off. Let's drop to the 5 minute. Let's take a look at what happened. Actually, let's just drop to the 1 minute. Let's see what happened in the AM here. So, this is that day when I was like, low, lower, low, traded through, order block. So I originally wanted them to come back down to here and then dig into this fair value gap up here, maybe even try to come back up that way. In my current state, 205 is all I would have been looking for. I would have basically gotten it there. They didn't do that. Instead, they hung out inside of this fair value gap, which is another thing that I'm starting to realize as I watch price action on a regular basis. And then they were respecting it quite handily, right? Not to mention it's at the old low that they're respecting. So whenever they wick through like that, and then I start to see like just wicking, I should feel comfortable doing something like this, right? To test to see what's up, and then see if I can get my 205 in there, and I would have gotten it right there. Nice and easy, lemon squeezy. So I saw that and I was like, dang. But I was really looking for this, right? And they did come back down to tap it. And I think my entry was like in the middle of it. So let's see what I've been stopped out. Oh yeah, most definitely. Because I would have been looking to see what they were gonna do. Because they took out this low. But they did, oh sorry, right here is where, yeah, so I had my entry right at the top of it right there. I canceled it because it's after 11. And this wouldn't have netted the 205, just barely missed it. Um, and the lack of like follow through, and this made a lower high here. I don't really trust it, but it would have at least, like I said, I'm having a tendency to lock in the 805, so I would have been stopped out relatively quickly here at with that. But they did react a decent amount to here, which is nice. And then they fully closed below this fair value gap here that they were fully respecting before. So that tells us a lot of stories. All right, and then in the PM session, so the trade that I should have taken and didn't. Okay, so 2 o'clock. So 2 o'clock. Let's clear this out so we can see. Right to the 15 minutes. So for the PM, we'd want to spec out the lunchtime high and low. So that's the lunchtime high right there. So that would be the buy side. And then the lunchtime low, 115 right there, would be the sell side. And then that, as another opportunity. So what did I do wrong? So see, this is a situation where all of my setups actually do work. Look. And let's drop to a 30-second because there's two on the 1 minute. So let's go back here. Let's see. So we went up and then we had a small one here. It doesn't really show this guy right here. And then this guy we'd want to turn into an inversion fair value gap. But on the 30-second, I don't really see it as easily. There's one here. So if I'd said, okay, the short here, it wicked, I would have been fine. And then aim for my 205. I wouldn't have gotten it there, but I would have put my stop at 800 and walked away with that. But look at this beautiful, beautiful short right here. I mean, seriously, I don't know. I might have, right now I'm trying to build the account back up. Look at this. I mean, right here, if on the 1 minute, I would have preferred this entry, maybe tapping into this order block right here. So that would have been fine. My stop is just above there, so beautiful. And that first drop, yeah. So if I'd said been a bit, so there's up, my stop here, that would have like locked in just a little bit, but like just under 200 with my stop right above here, $2,700 basically to cover fees if I'm wrong. And then, oh my God. But like I said, once it dropped below 165, I would have put my stop right there and then been stopped out when it moved back up and been okay with that eight something. But later on, when the account's properly okay, then I can start looking for these bigger pulls. Because I mean, that was the trade that I missed, right? That was a trade. And here's another scenario. They've taken these lows out. Tiny fair value gap. I don't usually trust those. Too far away from this. I don't like that. Um, this one too wide again, and then they just kind of ran. So as a reversal, it's very nice. I'm gonna be drinking this protein shake. Yeah, so that really messed me up. Anyway, let's head back to the daily. And so if I just do that and just take those trades, win or lose, doesn't matter. I'll just take it and wait. So let's go. Now Wednesday I netted $8.55, break even basically. Just being stupid again. All right, so let's look at the calendar here. Oops, not that calendar. The 13th. Did I not document the 13th trades? Oh, first stop should have been the only trade. Move my stop before the highs were taken. Yeah, I did. Yeah. So I took a trade and then I moved my stop too soon and get stopped out instead of taking my profits. So that's another lesson right there. So here, let's take a look at the 15-minute. Let's spec out our sell side liquidity like I did then. We dropped into a lovely bullish order block. And if I'm going to be very, very honest, low-hanging fruit buy sides right there in the morning. Okay, so let's drop to a 1 minute. And it's really good for me to like take a look at these and be and recognize what I've done wrong. So here's where I took my first trade and I moved my stop too soon. So I took it right there, that guy. And if I just let it run to take to that high, would have been fine. But what I did, because I had a good stop and it never came close to it, just beautiful. And what I did instead was I moved my stop to just under here, and then it stopped me out, and then it ran, and I didn't re-enter. Or I did, but then I just started doing stupid things, and it was bad. So this is the only trade I should have taken. Now, this hadn't taken this high out, so we hadn't even got to 160 whatever, and then it came back down and left that. So technically what I should have done was waited to see what it did here and then moved away. Then I could have moved my stop to just I could have moved my stop to just under here. And then once it started climbing, move my stop to here and then just start logging in stuff. So with my new setup, I would have been out right here. And maybe, at 20, once they passed the 206 and spiked up right there, I probably would have been stopped out on this candle and then it would have ran up to take the highs. And maybe I could have just said, all right, so we're here, stop loss there, and then see if we can take it. That would have just barely been stopped out, but I'm focused more on just building the account out so that I would have been done there, which is fine. So stupidness in here netted me 286 loss, so that sucked. Instead of just holding the first trade that I had, not moving my stop, and then just waiting to see if we can get it to fruition. And I believe I closed the trades, the charts for the day after that. But what could we have done on the PM session if we had seen it? Let's see. So let's take another look at. All right, so we can delete that. Okay, so lunchtime, 12 o'clock, lunchtime lows is technically here. Sell side. And I'll delete this earlier one. And buy side is actually, this is 245. So, and buy side's up here. And this fair value gap. So 145, I should have been looking. It took out that high. This is very choppy. It's very, very choppy. So I might have been chopped up in this if I had tried this. So 145 went up. A tiny fair value gap here. If I'd taken it right there, 72, then it would have been messed up. Probably would have put it into, watched it to see. Like I said, I don't like these smaller ones like that. Like this is more like what I'm looking for. And this one, that had another sweep. This one had a shift right here, fair value gap. And if I'd taken this high, that low, fair value gap, low, high, breaker right here, taking the 6-2. Let's see. It's funny, like trying to decide. Yeah, that would have been fine because we're above that. And then aiming for the lows. I mean, there's so much money to be made and just keep making silly mistakes, right? So I would have been in right here. Then I would have wanted to see, so that low taken, that low taken, that low taken, just have to wait. So I need to like move, make sure that when I get in here, this is 80 to something. I think I need to move my stop once it gets closer and then look at that beautiful, beautiful drop right there. I might have been willing, but my entry I might have been willing to put my stop right above here. Maybe, I don't know. Just to reduce the risk. And then that was that beautiful, just plain beautiful. Everything is beautiful in hindsight, isn't it? Like, oh yeah, everything will work like perfectly. I'm especially salty. Oh, I forgot. There was a beautiful trade on Friday in the morning, that I was really mad about because I missed it. I was trying to put my order in and I literally just missed it. Hold on. Let's go back to Friday for a second. In the morning, I absolutely, positively right here. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. This one, I don't know if I already talked about it here, but um, something like this. Hold on. Let's go to the 1 minute. And let's go to the morning. Because there was a trade that I saw in the morning that on the 30 seconds, actually, I'm just going to grab this. What's that? So on the 30 seconds, right here, and I was literally fumbling to put the order in, and I'd not managed to put the auto buy on. And I was so pissed because then look at this beautiful, just beautiful, like that's what happened with that one. Like I take out this high right here, like beautiful, beautiful run up, you know, that I would have been very, very happy with. 1200, righteous. Look at that. Boom, boom. Nice. Take that high up. So I was very salty. I missed that one. And I didn't want to spray. I'm trying my best not to spray things. What is that? Control Z. Sorry about that. So that one is a trade that I was very mad about because I missed it and I didn't mean to miss it. In any case, so we're going back. We've done Wednesday. Let's go to Tuesday. Right there. All right, so I took no trades on Tuesday. Oh, and let me fix my navigation on my journal here. Second. That's why I couldn't see the thing is, like, if I was properly ready, I wouldn't most likely won't take a trade. Market's not ready. Yeah. Potential setups. Yeah. As I made some notes, wicking it and then going. Maybe an entry after the wick can be okay with a stop below the wick. Would have worked nicely here. Yes. So I do believe there was something that I was interested in, but it was too choppy. Okay. So let's do the same analysis as always, right? So we had sell side here. I would have taken that one, that one, that one, that one. And then in my mind, buy side here. Okay, let's drop down to 1 minute. Okay, so 9:45 comes and we take all of this out. Now, the one thing I haven't checked is whether or not the 30-second actually had something for me at that time. Because I'm okay with getting in 9:45 onwards, right? So shift, 30 seconds, nothing, no return back up. It just kind of ran. That's what it felt like. It just felt like it was just going, right? Now, from my notes on the 1 minute, the thing that I've been noticing a lot. So this is a breakaway. Grab this little one. So what I've been noticing a lot is like when they wick, right? When they wick and then start to respect, maybe it's okay to take the entry right here. Not to mention, there's this fair value gap here that I wanted to see, that I was actually tracking for them. And once they wicked below it, because we closed above it, I was like, all right, so we going up. I already knew we were going up, but entering is a problem for me. So I should have been comfortable once this wick happened and they swept that, and then we started coming this way, is maybe attempting something at the midpoint here and then going for the highs, which would have worked beautifully. And that's what my notes say. It's like I should have been okay with that. Not to mention, if we use the fib for some planning, potentially, if I taken this low, once it broke above that high, like that's pretty close. So, but since it's so close to it, that would have been good as a TP because it's above it. Well, at 420, I would have been locking in. First of all, given that this is where I'm going, um, 205 would have been locked in here. I don't care if I get stopped out. And the fact that it just kept running would have been nice. And then once they took out this high, I'd lock that in too because I don't care because I'm just trying to make money. They didn't come back, so I would have been lucky. And then we could have, gone to the point two. 526 takes, I mean, from here, man, that's crazy. So I had it in my notes about that. So like, I now have like, let's see. Let's let's give that TP was 2. Let's make that green. And then let's actually the color of the words don't need to be that. That can be black. Let's make this line nice and green. And let's save that so I can use it save as -2 TP, so I can use it later. So that's -2 TP. I'm going to copy this one, and I'm gonna make this one -1. I'm only doing this to save it as a template, so bear with me. Save as -1 TP, and 1.5 is also very, very useful. Oops, Control-Z. Because I might normally just do 1.5 and be done. But I need them as reference points. Save as -1.5 TP. Save. Okay, perfect. Let's take this off. And we can see our options. And I've been losing so much lately that sometimes it just feels good to look at this. Like, okay, so we wicked, took that out. Let's say we bought there. Let's see how much drawdown. Oof. Okay. So we're at 9, whatever. I am obviously locking in some stuff right there because I'm, you know, all right, we made a new low here. Perfect. We took that out, and the one that's already 1600. That's more than I've ever made. So I would have been perfectly fine flattening there and taking that. Perfectly fine. But let's back up again just to get a feeling for chose to if we chose to go to the point 2, like that's just one contract, right? Oh, seriously. In one trade, if you just held it and been patient with it, I mean, the potential is there. Like that would knock out more than half of my drawdown in one go. If I felt comfortable, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. Confidence and comfort. But anyway, I didn't take any trades this day, so and let's look at Monday. And Monday is what really irked me because I had every opportunity. Let's just do this. I had a beautiful trade opportunity on Monday that I was very unhappy that I didn't take. And I walked downstairs and I was just like, why? You saw it. Why didn't you take it? Like a beautiful short in the morning, right? All right, so let's look at the 15-minute, right? So London highs. We had anything else juicy? So all of this for some buy side that's been taken, juicy, juicy. And then in terms of sell side, I would have been looking at that low right there. Okay, so let's drop down to a 1 minute and let me show you my real irritation. My real Holyfield irritation. So, where was it? Right here. Now 10 o'clock. Is this the right day? Oh, is this Friday? Sorry guys, I went back too far. I went back one day too far. That's Wednesday, Friday. That's Monday. Sorry about that. Right. One day too far. Let's drop to the 15 minutes on this day. All right. So it's Monday. Okay, it's Monday the 11th. Yes, okay. So this is in the morning. So be specking stuff out. So internal liquidity, and I'm relatively bearish, and I'm expecting them to dig further into some stuff, right? So the afternoon looked like shit, so I didn't touch that either. What was it? Okay. Is that right? Oh, my buy side. I'm just double checking my buy side for the morning for that day. So this is 10:04. That's too early. Sorry about that. So my buy side's all the way up here, actually. My bad. Relative equal highs. Beautiful, beautiful. Looking at, that's 9:45. Right. And there's this lovely, oh, this is midnight opening price, I think. Yes, it was at midnight. There we go. And I sometimes get really nervous about trying to take something at midnight opening price, but whatever. So here's what I saw, right? We took out these highs. I was okay with that. And then this fair value gap. So I don't know if I really trusted it that much, you know what I mean? But I was thinking to myself, oh, beautiful fair value gap. This would be a good entry. Two is better whenever it's inside of the fair value gap. My stop would have been fine, and aiming for that low right there. Beautiful. And what did they do? Just that. Right. And I was looking at it like, Shakira, why didn't we just take the trade? So that was the beginning of my deliberations for the week. And it's been very, very irritating for me. Very, very irritating to realize that I keep doing that. You know what I mean? I keep seeing the good stuff and then not taking the good stuff. Right? So like even here, they took this low out right here. Because I'm just aiming for that sell side. And let's drop to a 30-second chart. There, let's see. So on the 30-second, there's this. So if I had 10 o'clock, right? So if I'd gone for a long position right here, let's see what my stop would have had to be like. 37. So I would have sat through quite a bit of drawdown in the hopes of taking that high out, but it would have happened, right? And then probably forgetting the wick, use the body, barely any drawdown. Would have had to sit. But once it took out this high, I would have moved my stop up to probably under here and then got stopped. Well, actually, no, yeah. It came right back down. Yeah, it's gross. It's just gross price action after that. So that's basically what happened for the week. Which is very, very disheartening if I'm being completely honest with you. But that doesn't matter. In terms of what's coming for this week, I think I've been waiting. Let's switch. Ethereum is killing me right now. All right, so they finally closed a body down below here. So I'm generally expecting them to come down and dive into this and the volume imbalance down here. And then, because they tapped this one and then, took off. Maybe do something similar. It's still inherently bullish, but some correction is to be expected, In any case, we're at about 45 minutes-ish. Anyway, the moral of the story is take the trades that you see that make sense for you, because those make sense for me. And, I've cleaned up my TD templates because I had too many. I hadn't set the auto set and I had too many templates. I was like, scrambling to grab the right one. So that sucked. But that was for the Friday trade that I missed. So doesn't matter. A new week's coming. Monday, no news. And actually, let's take a quick gander at what we have brewing for this week. let's head over to the news. Too many screens. All right, so for this week coming up here, no news Monday, and then no heavy news on Tuesday. Building permits, 8:30. Or at least not for the futures anyway. Oh, FOMC projections and statements and press conference. Ooh, Wednesday's gonna be rough, so gotta stop trading by 11 if I'm gonna take anything. And Thursday, unemployment claims, flash manufacturing stuff. And Friday, Fed chair Powell talks at 9 a.m. That's fine. So looks like we should have somewhat normal stuff. They might hold the market in consolidation maybe on Tuesday while we're waiting for this. So we'll see how Monday comes out. In any case, I think that's good for now. We can see that my method actually works great. But I just need to take it. So that's what I'm going to aspire to do this week, is just take it. And my goal is 205 ticks max. Once it gets past 165, I'm going to move my stop to hold on to the 800 and change. And then, wait for it to hit the 205. And if there's a higher place, if it has the potential to run past that, then maybe I'll move it up, but with the 800 locked in. But that's the plan. Slowly building the account back, because guess what? Every day is a new opportunity, new trades. There's always going to be another chance. That last losing trade is not going to ruin your life. The last winning trade is going to make your life. It's just a continuation of you or me at this point being disciplined. And that's all I need to do. It's just follow the process. Simple. Anyway, y'all enjoy the Sunday. Have a wonderful, hope you're enjoying this lovely weather. And I hope your trading is going well. Shakira, out.